not believe women's words, only look at her action, and you already heard it. But what you're not ready for is your next relationship. Right now, when you are in your red pill mode, or to be more specific, let's look at your previous relationship, if you had one. If you don't, also listen carefully so you can avoid this mistake. You attract a girl when you're at your highest stage of a red pill. If you're a masculine man, if you're a pussy, then this video is not for you. When you're at the height of your red pill stage, you're working on yourself the most. You're maybe going on a runs daily, weekly. You're meditating, you're studying, maybe you're making money from business, you're training hard, you're improving your mental health, you're reading books about improving your relationships with other people, with friends, you're improving your speaking skills, etc., etc. You're talking with other women, other people, strangers, just getting your confidence up. And you check the girl, you enter a relationship, and it's all going beautiful. She's feminine, you're masculine. But what you're not ready for is her desires. Every single woman on the entire planet has a desire to find an alpha male and to tame him down. To say it translated, to find an animal, a fucking aggressive lion, and to tame it down into a cat. And no matter how strong you are, this is going to happen to you at least once time in your life. And it needs to happen to you so you can learn the lessons. So what is going to exactly happen? It's not going to happen out of nowhere. Just one day she's like this, and the second day she changes completely. It goes slowly and surely how women want to go. So to use it in a really realistic example, you find yourself a girlfriend. She's fucking wet for you. No matter how much she shits about how you shouldn't be aggressive, how you shouldn't be alpha male, how you should be yourself, how you should live masculinity, no matter what she's shitting about, she is fucking wet for herself. That's the most, usually the beginning of a relationship, first 3 months after you pass on the first kiss and that breaking stages. That's the stage where you usually get most blowjobs, most sex, if you want to have it in your relationship before marriage. That's where you have most intimacy, and as the time passes on, you get less and less until you break up. What does that mean? At the beginning, she's fucking wet for herself, and then slowly and surely she says to you, I saw how hard you train in the gym. Continue working hard, but just go ahead a little bit slowly. Don't work it as much. Or skip the gym today. Stay for 15 more minutes at my place. Let's cuddle a bit more. Let me suck your dick a little bit more. She wants to drag you slowly and surely. Then maybe it happens to you that she starts saying, for example, for your blowjobs, she starts acting like, okay, I'm going to suck you. I'm going to suck it this time, but no more. I'm going to suck it next time. I'm going to suck you this time and no more. Then after a few times, okay, I'm sucking it right now and never again. We need to wait before the marriage, or we need to wait to get close, a little bit closer, like 2 years into a relationship. Something. Then she doesn't want intimacy anymore. She doesn't want you even touching her tits and ass after some time. And that slowly and surely you are there from that aggressive lion. You're there becoming a pussy, which she actually wants. But if you become a pussy, her desire doesn't stop. She still wants to find an alpha male and tame him. And if you are already tamed, what happens? Logically, what can happen in that scenario, which you probably even saw it yourself? She leaves you. You break up. She wants to find another alpha male because you were alpha male. And at some point before the breakup, when you start shitting, when you start saying, but I'm this, I'm that, I'm strong, you said you love me, you said you would never leave me, you are not the same man speaking. You're not the same guy, same man, masculine, strong man. That's not the same. You're not this old version of yourself, which you actually loved. If you change and you don't, it's fucking hard. I'm not saying it easy. You cannot allow yourself to get complacent, to get depolarized. Polarization means when you're strong and masculine as a man, as she is submissive and feminine as a woman. And depolarization means when you get too close to each other, too on the middle, like you're not so strong and she's not so feminine, your friends, your equals. Fucking most bullshit sentence in whole human history. To make this specific point for this video, when you attracted her at the beginning of your relationship, at the talking, dating, flirting stage, you were the highest red pill stage of your entire life. Why the fuck would you logically change at some time? And I'm not saying this out of hate. I'm saying this out of love, so you can avoid this same mistake which I made 2 times recently in my life in the last few years. You cannot. Why the fuck logically would you allow yourself to change if you attracted her as a strong? For example, let's use specific example right here so you can understand it more. Let's say at the beginning you were the most jacked of your entire life, of your entire 2 decades of your life. You were the most jacked, you had the best biceps, you had the best six-pack, you had the best chest, etc, etc. And 2 years into a relationship, you're starting getting lazier, you're getting more skinny, or you're getting fat from fucking bullshit McDonald's you eat together. Let's use this specific example. If you attracted her as a fucking aesthetic, you had fucking nice biceps, you had nice aesthetic six-pack body, fucking V-shape, V-taper. If you're like that at the beginning of your relationship, why the fuck would you change if you attracted her like that aesthetic guy? Why the fuck, logically, out of any argument of this world, why the fuck would you want to become obese? Not specifically obese, but why the fuck would you want to get less discipline and more fat? And everybody likes to say to themselves, yes, but I'm disciplined, I'm strong, I'm this and that. Then you enter a relationship and 1.5 years later, after the relationship, you're still working out, resetting your progress after eating fucking cakes and chocolates with your girlfriend. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but just to make this example, why the fuck would you listen to her about skipping your training sessions which you start to skip after some time in your relationship? Why the fuck would you listen to her about eating ice cream, about changing your diet, changing your training schedule, changing your training plan after some time in the relationship if you attracted her as this strong, fucking great Greek god physique man? Why the fuck would you change if you attracted her like this? You're not the same guy anymore. Also, maybe you heard from this. You're not the same guy anymore. She was attracted to aesthetic version of you. You're not aesthetic anymore. Why the fuck would she? You're not the same guy. You're not the same guy who attracted her. That's why women leave. I use this as a specific, simplified example, but it's all over your life. Business, not only business and body. Your fucking communication skills. Your courage. Do you have fucking courage to grab her by the tits? Do you have a courage to help tell her, no, you're not wearing that whorish outfit to go ahead on that party or to go ahead on that birthday with your friends? No, you're not wearing that to school. Do you still have balls? Do you still have courage? Do you still speak as a man after some time in a relationship? You cannot. Why would you change anything? You can only improve. Why would you deprove and change yourself for a woman? Because if you change after a woman tells you something, you're just showing to her. You're giving her proofs that you were not that strong alpha male as you told her and as you pretended you were. You can listen to a woman, but your own decisions should only change based on your own decisions, your own will. Nobody in this world cannot influence it except you said, yes, I want to change this, no matter what anybody tells me. She can yap all over about what she wants, but you are that person who needs to listen to her words and analyze it in the brain. Is she saying this to help me or not to help me? Well, how will my outcome be if I listen to her and if I don't listen to her? And specifically then, you should make a decision based on your own critical thinking. Why the fuck would you change to say it as a million times? It sounds fucking stupid, but when you start to think about it, you probably made the same mistake. Why the fuck would you change? Start listening to her at the beginning of your relationship where she fucking sucked your dick the most, when you're the most attractive guy you ever were in your entire life. Why the fuck would you start changing right now? Start skipping your training sessions, change your training program, change your diet. Why the fuck would you should should you listen to a woman talk about this definition, what alpha male, masculine man is? You don't listen, brother. You don't change for a woman. You only change for better because somebody better than you told you to change, give you some tips. If I'm more jacked than you and I give you some tips, of course you should listen to it. If somebody richer than you tells you start this business, don't start this one, or fix this, you should listen. But fucking woman, two complete opposites, man and woman, black and white, two completely opposite. Woman tells you definition what it is a real man, alpha man. Does she has balls? Does she has dick? When you put your arm in her underwear, can you feel anything except the hole? No, she's not a fucking man. There is no testosterone in her blood as you. There is not epsilon Y chromosome. She's not a fucking man. She cannot. You don't listen to woman, to female definition of what a real alpha male is. You don't change for a woman. You only improve. Never stop improving as a man, no matter how good your relationship starts to be. The moment you start listening to her and the powerful quote from Andrew Tate, the moment you choose your woman over your goals, the day you choose your woman over your goals, the same day you're going to lose both. You don't listen to one. Don't not fucking change, and remember this in your future relationship. And maybe you enter a relationship and you think this motherfucker on the YouTube was talking bullshit. But wait, be patient. A month into relationship, 6 months into relationship, 15 years into the relationship, you will start eventually changing from slow her effect, female effect. So be aware of that. Do not fucking change from something you were when you attracted her. Thank you for watching this video till then. And just to say it, like, of course, change your bad habits, but also be specific on that. If you were a party boy and you attract a party girl, should you really change? Yes, but you're going to lose that whore anyway. But your bad habits, I'm not specifically talking about that. I'm talking about masculine self-improvement. Fix your bad habits, yes, but not because she tells you to fix them, because you want to fix them. If you're fucking smoking, vaping, drinking, taking drugs, eating junk food, fix that things. You're told that, you heard it a million times. I don't want to talk about that. I want you to talk about, do not fucking change from things you were, from the person you were when you attracted her. Thank you, brother, for watching this video till the end. Shortly, if you're interested, you can go ahead and check out my 2 paid products, link in the description. Thank you, brother, for watching this video till then, and see you next video. Goodbye, brother.